Hello everyone. Today we will be talking about loops in Python. Loops are nothing but the sequence of instructions that repeats until a specific condition met. This is very useful feature of a programming language that every programmer should know. So let's get started. Just to start with, I have a list initialized with three variables. So now with the help of loop, we will print all the elements of this list. In order to do that, we'll start with for loop. I just gave an element name of a variable. By using n operator, we will go into list 1 and I'll use column at the last and make sure you use the columns. Now what we'll do is we'll print list name. So this will print all the three elements for us. Moving forward, for example, now we don't have a list, but we want to print a sequence from 1 to 10. So in order to do that, we will use a function called range and pass it a value where we want to end it. By default, it starts with 0. So if I want to print till 10, we have to initialize 0 here because it works on the fundamental of n minus 1. So now let's see if that works. Sorry, I have to comment this out because it was just the instruction. Now it printed us 0 to 10. Now for example, we don't want to include 0, so we can have another argument here, start from 1 and goes up to 11. So it will print 1 to 10 only for now. Okay, let's have an interesting program here where we want to print a table of 2. So you can understand the 2 better. Table of 2. This is fine, and in print I will use a function that I discussed in last video. If you have not seen that, please go make sure you go and check that out. So we want this, and there will be two arguments. One will be list name and other one will be cal that I will initialize now. Cal equals to 2 into int of list name. So this is the very simple program, and we will have the table of 2 printed in a formatted way. Let's see. So this is the table of 2 printed. We can do the similar stuff by using while loop as well. So let's do the similar stuff with while. Let me erase that. So in while we have to declare a variable so we can compare our condition. So we want a number to start with 1 and goes while number less than equal to 10, and make sure you have a colons here. So we'll print f again. So we'll do 2 into equals this. We'll have num and we'll have a cal. I will initialize the cal variable here where it will multiply 2 with the num. So let's see the output first. Oh, it's keep printing. That's what I wanted to show you, that if your while statement doesn't met the condition, it will keep printing, so it can go to infinite loop. So in order to have an increment here, So 1 can become 10 one time. So we'll do num equals num plus 1. So this way, in each iteration, value of number will be changed and 1 will be added to the previous value. So eventually it will meet this condition. So simpler way, we have our table ready here. Now moving forward. In complex programming world, we will encounter a problem or a situation where we have to use a nested loop, means loop inside a loop. For example, we want to print this pattern. In order to do that, just commenting it out so we know our desired output is this. What we will do is we will have two loops, one for the rows and one for the columns and other one for the rows. So what we will do, we have a for and I'll give it a name row num, and we will do, sorry for that, we will use a range and we want to print until 5 because we want only 4 rows, so it will give it 4 rows and minus 1. Yep. And don't forget to put the colon here. So next row, what we will do is we'll have input a row, just an empty row here. Now we have another loop inside for the columns where column 10 range, and we want to take it because it is incrementing as per the row. In first row it was only 1, in second row it was 2, so we want to take it depending on the rows. So I will add a same column here, row number colon, and we use the print again. Remember what we want to print is a star. Let's see the result first and then we'll discuss further. Oh, this is fine because but we want it. If you can see, let me zoom out little. If you can see, in first row we wanted a 1, it gave us a 1. In second row we wanted 2, it gave us a 2, but they are not in one row, they are not in one column, they are in different rows. Problem is with the print here. Print always give you a next row. So in order to solve this problem, we will add another argument here, that is end equals and just a blank space. So let's run it and see if we can get our desired input. And see, we have our desired input here. I'll increase the size again to make sure that you guys can see the output. So this is the way we can use the nested loop. So it was very simple. It started here in each column and column, each row and each column. So we can have the increments here. So every time it start printing star symbol in each row. So that was today's lecture, and just for practice, if you can do another one where you print opposite of that, and that's for your self practice. So see if you can do this. Let me know if you need help. I'm happy to make another video on this. Please let me know in comments. Thank you for watching this video.